What's this? Clad like that? That's a monk of Fabul. What?
I don't care what anybody says. I like Yang. Takes me a while to get used to the fact that he's called Yang, though, instead of Yang, which I've been calling him for, well, you know, years. So, Yang joins the party. Yay! So yeah, Mom Bomb, when she explodes, hurts in the DS version. Take note, anybody who wants to play this version. Mom Bomb hurts. Take it from me. In fact, if I wasn't cheating, I'm pretty sure I would have actually came over just there. Because yeah. So, let's talk about something that I know a lot of people tend to miss in this. First of all, the first thing we notice is the obvious thing. You know, obviously, monsters had been sent here specifically because they knew the monks would be here, and they wanted to lay this trap for them and kill them, thus basically making the, you know, making the primary fighting force of Fabul greatly weakened. Hang on just a second. Such that Fabul would be easy target, basically, right? Makes sense. Yeah, let's defend. Well, as some of you have already played this game, you may or may not remember. Spoiler alert. There's actually a Fabulian monk, knight, whatever you want to call it, who is a monster in disguise, which is actually also the first time that we had discovered that the monsters under Golbez's, and by definition Zemus's control, have a degree of the ability to shapeshift. We'll see more of that later on. But because they have this capacity to shapeshift, we know one of them was killing Edward right there. One of them had been infiltrated into the Yang's monks, excuse me. The thing is, most people don't actually think about that. They just assume that he snuck in during the battle, and that's why, and then, okay, he turns on, he opens the door, and then the monsters flood in, right? But no, actually, the point is that monk had actually been there since before the invasion was even launched. He was a sleeper, well, not a sleeper agent, but he was a quiet agent, someone you put in, you know, secretly and quietly, just specifically for the point, excuse me, of... Oh crap, I don't have enough mana for raise, do I? Specifically to the point of... Hang on, just a second. Of arranging the situation which just happened, basically. In other words, haven't you ever wondered why the monks came way over here to train? I mean, now it makes a degree of sense. But all things considered, why would the monks come here to train right now, right before the invasion attacked? The answer is probably obvious now that I've actually strung those two thoughts together for you. That traitor, or rather that infiltrator is actually a better way to put that, that hidden sleeper agent, polymorphed, whatever you want to call it, agent who was working for Golbez and therefore for the Baronians. God, these... Oh god, this... I'm just gonna run, I've already screwed this fight up. Although I really need the X, especially if I want to get through the next section, so let's go ahead and start killing our way through here. Blah. Anyways, he really wanted to kill everything. He arranged for them to go train at this point in time, in this particular location, so that the Baronian, the surprise attack of the Mom Bomb and the Goblins and the other monsters would be in the exact right position it needed to be in order to kill off the main Fabulian force and deal with that, so the actual invasion, when it finally commenced on Fabul, would be able to basically just roll over them without effort or interest. You may say that doesn't seem necessary given how strong Baron is in general, but not only is it something that is kind of a smart thing to do, intelligently speaking anyways, to, you know, weaken your opponent before you destroy him, but on top of that, it also makes a lot of sense from Golbez's perspective, because Golbez is a very tactical kind of mindset. And we see this again in several other parts of the game as well. I would recommend just picking up Dissidia Duodecim, because it's awesome and it's everything Dissidia 1 has, but more so. Must get that 1 point! Damn it. Crap. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Undead Elvis. Me? I'm trying to catch up to Radio over there. I suppose I could just put it on auto. I may not catch up to radio, because I got some leveling to do soon. Seriously, I may have to actually level to get through the next section here. And I will definitely have to level at the next section after that. I also need to switch up my party order a bit. Kane is in Duodecim, and voiced by the same guy who voices him here, Liam O'Brien. Alright, hang on a second. We want him up there, and then we're good. Okay, that should be better. Now give me that explore point. There it is. Bomb cores! Just a second. I need to really buy. Remind me to buy before the war starts, because I'm going to get crushed in the war if I don't. Where are you at, radio? Just out of curiosity. Specifically, like, the specific point, so I could, like, keep mental track of it. Yeah, auto battle's fine for these things. Another fun thing about this game, it's something that was true in the original FF4, but only to a lesser extent. They have a slightly unique animation for crits. You know, they do a whoa when they normally hit, but then he does the spin and the whoocha when he actually crits. That's Cecil, for example. But they all have something like that. In the original FF4, it was actually a lot more subtle. It was like, and the screen would flash, and that's how you would know it was a crit. And that's something that's actually been in a lot of the Final Fantasies since then, is either some kind of significant notifier that you crit, other than just, you know, higher damage. I like the extra animation, though. Pro, all I have to say about that is you have no idea how difficult Scarmelion is in the DS edition. Even with a cheating Cecil, I might get curb stomped by him. And, well, let's just say that immediately after that, Cecil's going to revert to level 1. Because, as you know, over in FF6, they dealt with the problem of a huge party by basically swapping in and out several characters. Like, for example, the Mughals. For those of you who caught my FF6 speed race, you saw that Kutan was actually Celis, for example. Just to name one example of that. In FF4, they kind of did a similar thing, but the difference is Cecil, Dark Knight, and Cecil, Paladin, in terms of programming, in terms of code, are literally completely different entities. Actors, whatever you want to call it. Their data is completely segregated from each other, just as much as any other characters would be. Master Yang, you have returned! What would I give for an FF6 remake? Would you kill a man? Sorry. Kind of a dumb joke. But yeah, we need to equip up for this, because holy moly. Please tell me I have enough money to actually buy some stuff. First of all, we're going to see what we can sell. Don't need these. Might need those. Don't need those. Actually, I do need those later, don't I? Whatever. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. How many of these do I have? Don't need that. And I definitely don't need that. See you around, Joven. Hopefully. No, I haven't, Sean. I've been kind of busy the last week. Go figure, huh? There's that sound again. Just making sure everyone's equipped up. Okay. By the way, I just feel like pointing out this particular thought bubble. Kane, if only you were here. The irony of that just... It kills me. And the castle seems secure enough against a ground invasion, but... If only Kane were here. Okay. We don't actually need his armor that much, so we're going to go ahead and deal with them. No, I haven't Radio Swim, actually. Let's see. Let's go ahead... Given where I'm going, we'll get one fire and one lightning, and hopefully that'll work. I prefer to get one of all of the above, but I'm really low on gold right now. Whoops. There we go. But yeah, so let's explain why it is they have a limited inventory in FF4. It's actually funny because there's several reasons that have been given for it. I'm not 100% sure which one is the definitive reason. The one I subscribe to is that mapping way is awesome. No, seriously though, there's a reason. And that is the fact that... Hang on, we're going to buy at least one Geisel Green so we can show you that. They put so much information and data in all the enemies, in the inventory, in the equipment, in the characters, in the locations... And they basically reached the point where they actually literally had to limit the physical size of your inventory because if they let it get too large, it would basically start overflowing and corrupting the memory. Because originally in FF4, there was no limited inventory, and they kind of had to limit it because they basically ran out of space, kind of literally. And it wasn't something that was likely to happen, but then again, all you'd have to do is basically fill up that inventory with lots of items, and there you go. So they had to shrink it. Okay, so we want a couple of these. And... yeah, we have a couple of tents. We're good on tents for now. So let's go ahead and crank up potions. We need lots of potions. There we go. Let's wait on the rest for now, because there's some gear we're going to want to buy soon. So let's talk to Living Way, I believe, at the moment. Living Way, what's up? Oh, if it isn't Cecil, I was wondering if I might see you again. What am I doing now, you ask? Well, I was forced to flee here from Dam Cyan in the wake of that awful attack. That was when I realized that such horrific events need to be recorded for future generations to remember. So, I borrowed this equipment and set myself to work. Having found my true calling, though, the name of Living Way no longer seems appropriate. From here on out, I plan to capture the various and sundry events of the world as they unfold. Thus he is now Recording Way. Oh, right, I meant to tell you. I passed that bestiary of mine along to a friend who lives in the Chocobo Forest. Yes. And here we are in... there's Palom and Porum, there's Rydia and White. There's Cecil, Rosa, Edward, Sid, and Kane over there, of course, onto the sign. Ah. And then you can watch all the little pre-rendered cutscenes. Do I need to sleep? Yeah, I probably should. Now, we're going to go and do something because I believe this is the only time I really have to do this. I could be wrong, actually. But we've got some equipment, we've got a lot of potions finally, which is going to help a lot for the upcoming section. I really could use at least one more level on Yong, but it's not that relevant, and it will be even less relevant soon. Hey, look! It's Recording Way. Oh, greetings and salutations, Cecil. What in the world brings you out this way? What about me, you ask? Well, as you know, I've been traveling about, recording all manner of events, but after a while, I came to realize I enjoyed camping more than filming. It seemed wildly inappropriate to continue journeying as Recording Way once I discovered the joys of sleeping beneath the stars. Instead, I've made it my goal to travel around the world, camping at all sorts of famous places. Camping Way, the outdoorsman. Oh, but you needn't worry. My friend who lives here in the forest has promised to take up the mantle and continue recording the events of our time. Actually, I was wondering if you'd do me a favor. I haven't had time to return to town lately with all this camping, and I'm afraid I've run out of tents. If you have any left to spare, would you be enough to help me out? I'd pay top gill. Yeah, sure, I got some tents. I made sure of it. Here you go. Till we meet again. So, I promised you guys Fat Chocobo. And Fat Chocobo you shall have. In case anyone thinks I'm being unkind, he is actually officially called Fat Chocobo. Fat Chocobo, in case you thought I was making that up. So what purpose does the Fat Chocobo serve in the DS version? Well, several, actually. Let's have a tutorial about it. Hang on. Gotta get Garrus out here. See, you can train this guy by talking to Fat Chocobo. The harder you train him, the stronger he'll become. The attributes depend upon the type of training. I'll go ahead and summarize. You can do a bunch of mini-games here with the Fat Chocobo. And, here, I'll go ahead and demonstrate a few of them. But first, we need to do a new face for Garrus. What? No, that's not what I meant to do. Hang on just a second. Hang on. Oh, I need to do it with the touchpad, that's right. Whoa. Okay, that's not cool. Hang on, let's get rid of that. No, get rid of it. There we go. It was a little easier to do with the mouse. Okay, now we have an even creepier white than we did before. Let's go ahead and switch to this. Okay, now I'm going to pull up a picture of Garrus really quick and totally fail at doing a thing for him. This is going to be terrible. Just need an image. We'll go with this one. There we go. Pull this up here. Okay. So, let's see. Well, you also have basically infinite inventory in the DS version, so you don't actually need him like you did in the original version. Okay, so we need, like, blue right here. And then we need, like, a lighter blue circle right here. And then a different lighter blue kind of going up like this. Whoop. And this is his head thing, obviously. We'll go ahead and have it come up a little bit more. Up to about here, I think. There we go. And then we have a slightly different blue on the underside of that. And it kind of comes down like this. And we'll do this little number to try and signify it being there. There we go. Whoops. Hang on just a sec. And then it kind of has this section coming up right here, which kind of goes down here, and then up like that. Okay, so there's his little eye thing. Now we got to do his actual eye, which we need a different color of blue for. So we're going to do his actual eye, like right about... well, actually, I guess we got to move it a little bit. So we'll do it right about here. Actually, no, we'll do this. We'll do it like that. And that way... Oh, that's right, we have different palettes we can switch between. But no, we don't want to do that. We just want to do this, so... And then there's his actual eye. And then he kind of has this thing. Hang on. I've actually done a lot of sprite work in my time. I'm not that great at it, but I do like doing it, so what can I say? And then we kind of replicate this on the other side. There we go. This is what you get for naming him Garrus, guys. Let this be your lesson. And then he's got like the chin thing going on, which, well, we can't really do those. Well, I guess we could. We could just have them be a different shade here and kind of coming down like this. Actually, undo. They would actually be coming down a little bit more like this, and then coming in, and then straight down like that. And that's his under chin thing there. Missing a spot there. Actually, that's not right. Okay, hang on, that's driving me crazy. Where the hell was I? Lost my position here. Okay, so those are two. And oh, actually, that is... Okay, so there we go. So there's his kind of face thing there. Now, I actually don't have a good picture of his scar, but I can find one. Here we go. Because this apparently is Mass Effect 1 Garrus before he has the scar. So we need to do the scar, but we need a completely different palette to do the scar. So we're going to have the scar, like, right about here. And this is all scarred tissue here. And then it also kind of comes down. Whoop, whoop, undo. Ah, damn it. Hang on just a second. This isn't the best paint program I've ever worked with, admittedly. Okay, so then we have, you know, scar tissue. And then we have some scar tissue down here, which is, you know, all across there, and it kind of goes off over into his chin a little bit. And then it really kind of comes up over here. Not actually covering all that. It kind of comes up here. There's a little bit around his eye, right about there. And then there's a little bit under here. And I present to you the fact that we need to do more to his forehead. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of detail to his forehead, which starts right about here, actually. It's got this thing going on like this, which then comes up like that. And then we've got this coming down kind of like this, right over here. 3 should be good, and then it comes back in. 2, 3, right into the center, which actually connects to that sort of nostril forehead thing he's got going on there. I'm not even sure what to call that. Don't mean to be specious against, you know, Turians. Actually, I really like Turians, all things considered. Although that might just be my aesthetic side talking, because I think Turians look really cool. Well, it's uneven. Hang on, I did something wrong somewhere. Oh, really obvious fix. I can fix that. Hang on. So that should actually be, hang on. This should actually be out here. And this should actually be out here, here, 1, 2, yeah. And then this should come up 2. And then that's the connector. So then we get rid of all that excess here. There we go. And one more spot right there. Boom. Okay. And that. Okay, so there's kind of his... Oh, I didn't get the middle part. There we go. There we go. There's his forehead thingy he's got. Actually, he's got another one over here, which we can kind of add really quick, because this shouldn't take long. We can only really do it on this side anyways. 1, 2, and then in. There we go. I guess we could kind of do it on this side. So this over here. 1, and then right here. And then that's basically all of it we can see. And there's Garrus for you, ladies and gentlemen. Garrus. You can make fun of me now. It's okay. I accept. Garrus lives. So, anyways, as I was saying, you can train him and make him super incredibly awesome with minigames. Oh yeah, I gotta do the stylus to do these. Okay, so... Okay, 8 seconds. Yay, I kinda did alright. Okay, 10 seconds. Here we go. Whoa, that's wrong. 13 seconds. There we go. Yay, we did kind of crap, actually. Now we can do better than that. But his spirit did go up by 1. Alright, let's do some more calibrations here, guys. Ready? Hang on. Okay. There we go. That's a lot better. I was counting wrong. Sorry, guys. Oh, I must have miscounted. Well, we still got a better score because that won. Better score! Garrus is happy. Our calibrations are adequate. We got some eye drops, and his spirit went up a lot. Let's try that one last time. By the way, in case you're not paying attention, the better you are at these minigames, you can really turn white into a complete powerhouse very early on. It's kind of broken in its own way. Okay, 11 seconds. Last round I'm doing this. There we go. In case it's not obvious, that whole clock change thing, I don't know if you can tell, but it's changing its tempo. It's basically there specifically to mess with you. Okay, hang on. Aw, wrong second. Oh well, that's still not bad. Welcome home, Brigwin. You have just come home in time to watch me do calibrations with Garrus. And now his spirit is 29. If you're paying attention, that's actually more spirit than Tella has right now. So, now let's do Rydia's minigame. Oh, this one. I kind of suck at this one. It's also timed. The goal is to equal to 10. Ah, damn it. Okay, undo. Or just, yeah, here. Yeah, I know that. I need to undo. Undo everything. Okay. Let's do this instead. And then... whoops, I want this over here, actually. No, you're not listening to me. There we go. And then... And you'll notice, I'm kind of running out of time here. It's because I suck. I actually screwed this one up. I already know how I should have done this one. Come on! Not... Oh god, I'm running out of time. Damn it. The timer kind of screws with me on that one. I'm actually pretty good at math, if I'm not being timed for it. I didn't even get any stats out of that, so we gotta do a little bit better. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay. There we go. Okay. Actually, that's not gonna work, is it? Ah, it's not gonna work either. Frickin' threes, I swear. Okay. That's not gonna work either. Let's pass this one. This is an easy one. I'm not gonna make it in time, whatever. I did terrible. I'm sorry, Garrus. I sucked. Maybe I'll get one stat up for that. Which is an int, I believe. Yep, that increases his int. Yeah, we're not gonna try that again. Garrus, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's get out of here. You can actually change his abilities, too. Now, obviously, I don't have any right now, except for, like, the basic stuff. But you notice I have a bunch of stuff from certain characters that may sound familiar, like Darkness, or... I don't know, Kick. We can go ahead and give him that. We can go give him Prey. Why not? And we'll give him Attack, I guess. You know, why not? In other words, you can basically set him up however you frickin' want to. It's actually pretty sweet. So that's what the Fat Chocobo does. I'm sorry, the Rotund Chocobo does in FF4DS. There's a lot more mini-games that you unlock as you go through the game to increase his stats even more! And no, for the record, those don't count as encounters. Just to set the record straight. Now, the War of Hell. Stuff. Your Highness, a man named Golbez is coming, and Baron is behind him. I kind of like this, because the king of Fabul here is actually pretty suspicious of the group, understandably so, until Edward shows up. And Yang, of course, this makes perfect sense, that the royalty, the members of the two nations who are so close to each other would know each other. So Fabul ends up, King Fabul ends up joining with their forces, basically purely because Edward's there and speaks on their behalf. So we will definitely aid you in your defense. Sonic Doctor, I don't actually have the option to set up quality. It's totally out of my hands. Sorry. Also, no Last Samurai. So, some people used to be like, what the hell, why did the women not fight? Well, that's because those people are stupid. The women do actually fight. They just don't fight on the front lines as warriors. They fight as healers to support. I kind of like that because the idea is that they're actually acknowledging that magic would have an impact on warfare, and having a white mage in an army would actually be a huge benefit. So Rosa and Rydia are retreating in order to go ahead and assist the soldiers by healing. Makes sense. Speaking of which, counter... Oh crap, I didn't mean to auto-battle. Well, you know what, that works. I'm okay with that. You say that, Omni, but little do you understand the truth. No I don't, Pro. Not off the top of my head. Yes, level Edward, not that you need it. So, seeing that their ground forces aren't doing much, the Red Wings decide to cheat and just start bombarding the city. Retreat! Star Wars. Easily. Oh, that sucks, Fitscott. crit. It always kind of sucked how we were winning, you know, through this whole thing, and yet we just kind of keep retreating. Always used to bug me a little bit. It makes more sense now, but as a kid I was just like, what the hell? Come on, guys, we're winning. So we retreat. It is Omni, I swear. I don't even know why I'm playing it. Alright guys, I know you've been wanting to see it, and this is going to be one of our last chances to see it for a while. So let's show why Edward is so famous. Because he's a really good rogue, apparently. Look at that. I can't even see him anymore. So it's kind of interesting that these guys actually are specifically using a strategy to lure them to the Crystal Room, specifically to save the women, children, and the king. Now I mention that because it's actually kind of... It makes a degree of sense that they're doing that, but when you really think about it, given that all Baron actually wants is the crystal, why are they actually bothering to lure them here with the only thing they want? You see where I'm going with this? I mean, I get it. I get where they're going with it. And I think it actually explains some of the mindset of these people, that defending the crystal was not as important to them to saving the civilians and saving the king. We also do know that there's quite a bit of other fighting going on other than the fighting that we're seeing. Speaking of which, remember earlier I mentioned the traitor, aka the infiltrator, within the midst of the Fabul people? That's him right there. That's the guy who sent them onto that training mission and let Baron know exactly where they'd be, specifically so that they would be able to destroy them. And now he reveals his true colors as a gargoyle thing. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, that's another one for the encounter. But now that the door is unlocked, they're just going to come storming in. The good news is this part of the game gives you Yang and Cecil, basically your two best fighters for this portion of the game to get through this. Originally, it was actually supposed to be... This is just a little tidbit of thing. Originally, the chunk of this game was actually supposed to be fought from Rydia and Rosa's position. The reason it didn't actually happen was because they basically did not have... They couldn't functionally think of a way to make it execute. What I mean by that was what they were trying to do was they were trying to make it so that you would play Rosa and Rydia just healing. In other words, not actually fighting anything. Like, your job is to keep these soldiers alive, and if they die, you lose. You see where I'm going with this? But with the limitations of the time, the technology, the budget, and the hardware and the software and everything, they just couldn't pull it off. So they finally said, okay, fine. We'll just have these guys fighting on the other side of the battle. But it would have been interesting, wouldn't it, to have played what is effectively a kind of a mini-game in Keep the Soldiers Alive as Rosa and Rydia. Edward, no! No! Edward! Sing, Edward! Sing! Hope you didn't get too used to having Yang in the party, though. Okay, we've saved Edward. We're good, guys. Yes, she can, Solus. She can cast tons of white magic right now. She actually has Cura, even. Alright, this is it. Our final stand. What? It's been some time, Cecil. Kane, you're alive. I am. You'll fight, then? Of course. That's the very reason I've come. But Cecil, the one I'll fight is you! A duel, Cecil! Draw your blade! It is possible to defeat him here. If you do, I'll go ahead and let you know what happens. Nothing. You just... It continues on as if you lost. Yeah, I'm still here, what? I don't even show any dropped frames on my end. Is anyone else losing the stream for absolutely no reason? God damn it, Twitch, seriously? I'm just gonna go ahead and pause the game until people tell me that Twitch is back. It's okay, I'm fighting nothing, so we're all good. Did the stream... See, I don't show anything as being down on my end. Hang on a second. And yet I can't load my own stream. How odd is that? Come on. Come on. I don't know what the crap you did, Twitch. Okay, it looks like I'm back. That was just weird. Because on my... In everything that I have to register my stream said that I was still streaming. But then I went and actually manually pulled up my stream and it was like, nope, not there. And I'm like, So I had to manually shut down and restart the stream. Because Twitch sucks, I guess. Whatever, I'm back now. Whatever. Anyways, as I was saying, I'll go ahead and tell you what happens if you kill Kane here. If you actually defeat him, nothing. It is possible, but all that'll happen is it'll just, you know, things will just proceed as if nothing happened. And, you know, that's it. In a speedrun, generally you want to go ahead and kill yourself to speed this up, because, you know... Damn it, Twitch. What the crap is wrong with you today? Is anything going on today on Twitch? That's usually the bane of my existence, when Twitch has some kind of event going on. Well, I see 200,000 people playing League of Legends. I don't know if that counts. Whatever. Oh yeah, you might also be wondering what happens if Kane can't defeat you. Nothing. You'll notice he's not defeating me at all.
Kane, even you now?
Let me ease your suffering. You'll do nothing!
Stop!
Hey, Rosa.
Rosa.
Kane, tell me you've not turned traitor.
Don't look at me. Kane, why do you now hesitate?
Cool pass.
There you are.
You're him, the usurper.
So, you are Cecil. Allow me to give you something. A gift to remember our meeting.
Cecil!
Let me through! I did not come
To treat with worms.
Kane, enough of this foolishness. Bring me the crystal. My lord.
Don't do it, Kane.
Rosa. Let it be.
Oh, you care for this one, do you? Then let me take her along as well. To hold in trust until we are graced with the chance to meet again. Come, Kane.
It would seem your life is spared for now.
Kane, wait!
Well, that didn't turn out well. Good news, though, is everyone forgot about Rydia for some reason. And Rydia can heal. By the way, I like how Yang just completely smashed through Kane earlier. Golbez is awesome. There is nothing else other than that. It is just freaking awesome. And again, Rydia is the one who keeps the party going. It's kind of funny because if you think about it, Cecil is definitely the strength of the party. Rosa is the soul of it. Rydia is the heart of the party. Well, that's all I'm going to say about that for now. Golbez is a bad guy? Nah, Golbez is just misunderstood. That's how awesome Rydia is. I only need Cure 1 to heal everyone to full. Oh. Rosa taken, and all for the sake of defending our kingdom. By the way, I do like this little mental art. Hi, Big Chunk. I do like this little mental bubble right here. It talks about Yang's mindset and the way he thinks a little bit. That to him, it was an unacceptable thing that people who stood and offered their lives to defend his people, his interests, his kingdom, have now suffered and lost as a result of that. It just speaks so much to his character and his personality, and I like that. We need to do that. There we go. What's the difference between a heart and a soul? Haven't you ever played Kingdom Hearts? Jeez, man. Oh, it makes perfect sense that Golbez lets you live. It's actually kind of funny when you think about it. But as we find out much later... yeah, we need to go rush to the end. As we find out much later, there is only one thing that can actually disrupt and or destroy the control... Well, there's actually two things. But one main thing that can disrupt and or destroy the control that Zemus has over people. And I know it sounds cliched, but that thing is love. We'll get to that later. We need an airship, and we need to go to Baron. And so I love this because they developed this whole plan, basically, to go after Baron. And they realized that the best way to do so is by sea, because Baron has no naval power. So they can't really defend from the sea per se, even though that actually makes sense when you think about it, because an airship can easily defend against a ship at sea. But whatever, it's the only plan they have. And they need to be able to approach Baron quickly, otherwise, if they're on foot, they'll just get smashed. So, it makes sense. This is also when Yang is basically given over to the party in order to honor their cherish. Now, I like this. A dark weapon will never avail you against your true evil. It is, after all, a weapon of darkness. Beyond this, you'll have to rely on strength that already lies within you. Hint, hint, hint. It's okay, though. We now have the ultimate dark sword in this game, Deathbringer. It's actually a really nice sword. Shunk. There we go. There's Edward. wondering if his contributions to the ongoing war against Baron will increase, or will mean anything. And Cecil doesn't seem the same without Rosa, which makes a degree of sense. And there's a tent. It's okay, the king's fine, he used to be a monk. Where is he? So, I promised you bikini dancing girls, and you shall have bikini dancing girls. Kinda. Would you like to see her dance, guys? I'll assume that's a yes. Get to dancing! Huh! Don't ask. Seriously, don't ask. There's a lot of dialogue here that elaborates on, you know, the events of what just happened during war that we didn't see, what was happening on the other side of things, the fact that they have their homes inside the fortress, which is the only reason so many people were spared, you know, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff I already kind of talked to you about. Actually, did I already get the augment for here? I think I did. Yeah, I knew that. And yeah, that's the best of the bikini dances. Well, no, it's actually the second best of the bikini dances. But we'll see the best one quite a bit later. We have to defeat the second elemental fiend before we get to see the best bikini dance. We haven't even met the first yet. Now a part of the game I'm kind of dreading, to be honest with you. This is also the part of the game in which, well, we're not quite there yet, but let's just say the cheats I did use are going to stop benefiting us very soon. Young's wife, who some people have argued should get a game all to herself, with her and her healing frying pan of healing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't stress it. It isn't, Sean. After all, it was mentioned in FF3 and in FF9, and in most of Kingdom Hearts, that darkness is not evil or bad. In fact, it's actually true in this game, too. But that's the second main theme of this game, but which I haven't really started talking about yet. No, not Valvolus, or Barbatica, if you prefer. Off we go! Alright, I'm feeling good about this, guys. We've suffered some setbacks, and we've been losing every single time we've been fighting this game. Nothing has been happening but us being behind and failing at every single thing we do. But, now we have a ship, we have a Monk of Fabul, we have Rydia with us, we have Edward. I think we finally might actually be at the point at which we're going to be able to turn things around. We got this, guys. Weird. Whatever. What the hell? Yes, I have, Biozilla. I have passed it. Holy moly! What is that? Impossible. The tales were true. It's him, the Lord of all waters. Leviathan.
Don't stand above! Reap the sea as you witness storms!
Hold on, Rydia! Hold on! Oh, crap.
Rydia! Young!
See, I have been pronouncing it right. It is Yong.
Edward!
Holy crap. Leviathan. Oh, see, that's what I picture as Leviathan. This giant, massive sea serpent. Oh, man. I remember the very first time I played this game. I was in shock. After all that had happened, all that had been through, and I finally get here. Edward's gone. Yong's gone. Rydia's gone. Ship's destroyed. No idea where I am. Now, granted, you can see the world map, so I can see what's happening. But there was no world map in the original SNES version. So I'm just like... And then this song starts playing. Just to really get across the point of just how bad things just got. And then there's that thought bubble. Because this is what I was thinking too. I thought they'd actually killed them. I thought Edward and Yong and Rydia were dead. Yeah. I just want to point out, well, I'll get to that later. Maybe when I get the airship. That's when I'll do it. Well, this looks familiar. Back in Mysidia. There's been a lot of theory crafting along over the years that Leviathan basically intentionally ensured Cecil would show up here. It's okay though, guys. We're a toad now. That's what really matters. Right. Well, whatever. Well, I need to get rid of this toad spell. Fortunately. In the original SNES version, you could talk to him again, and then he casts Toad on you again. As you can see, they actually fixed that for the DS version, and have him comment on the fact that you're a toad now. Do I have a... Yeah, okay, I do. Yeah, we know what Leviathan wanted with wrecking the ship, but... Oh my god, you're right, 7th, that was actually a Frog of Light. I like how the shopkeepers are still friendly. It's just amusing. We're gonna need some of those very soon. Yeah, let's just buy all those that we can. It is debatable if Leviathan was helping Cecil. It is debatable. We know what Leviathan was really after. King, but not ruler, Solus, or deity, or whatever you want to call it. Don't worry, I won't kill you. Or will I? Baron stole our crystal. Baron stole our friends. Never forgive, and never forget. Here, have a drink. And it's poisoned. Did that poison make it bitter? Ah, no more so surely than the tears you made us shed. So, here's an interesting question. What has the people in Mysidia been up to all this time? There is a really strong theory that I support that based on the way that these people were talking, and based on some of the dialogue and the way they were presented it, that what actually was happening was the black mages and the white mages were basically forming what was going to be a small mage army to go ahead and attack Baron through the Devil's Road. Whether or not that's true we'll never know. But that being said, yeah, it would have been interesting, I think, if that's what Mysidia's been up to this whole time. Hey, look, you guys like these bikini dances, right? Let's go ahead and have another bikini dance. I actually like this song, believe it or not. I like the original better, though. Ka-kunk. And it turns out the woman who did that is actually that old woman. And now we're a pig. Oink, I suppose. And again, in the original, you could get rid of this by talking to her again. So, I don't remember how to get rid of Toad. Ah, diet ration! Of course. No, come back! Come back! No, wait, I'm not gonna kill you, I swear! Ugh. Oh well, we won't check those shops for reasons that'll be obvious soon. You are the Dark Knight who came here before. Why have you returned to this hallowed hall? My name is Cecil, and until recently I served as Lord Captain of Baron's airship fleet. When I came before, I did so at the orders of my king, orders I lacked the courage to disobey. You've come to apologize, then? Words do not heal wounds, Dark Knight, nor do they restore life's flame to those whose candles you doused. But I do see a glimmer of light in you that did not show itself before. I will hear your words. I seek to stop a man named Golbez who has taken control of Baron. I was on my way to rescue a friend he holds captive when Leviathan struck our ship. I do not know what became of my companions. This was no doubt part of the test that's been ordained for you. As long as you lean upon that dark sword for strength, you have no hope of defeating the evil foe you face. You hunt a monster, but in so doing you become one. Slowly but surely the darkness will taint your soul as well, until one day nothing else remains. If you truly wish to cleanse yourself of darkness and face this man of whom you speak, then you must go to Mount Ordeals in the east. We're gonna go ahead and skip through most of this. This is just awesome dialogue. And then... I like the twins. I admit it. What he means is that I am Mazidia's most esteemed magical prodigy, and you're incredibly lucky to have me along. Pleased to meet you. Admittedly, I always liked Porum a bit more than Palom, but what do you want from me? Palom? Right, nice to meet you! Yahoo! Hey, what's up? That's Porum's thoughts. And Palom's thoughts... Yeah! By the way, I like how they went out of the way to distinguish them way more than in the SNES version. In the SNES version, it was actually really hard to tell which one was which based on their graphics. Actually, I think we're good on that. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, alright, we're good. Yeah, we were gonna name the Palom and Porum Timey and, Porum and Palom Timey and Wimey, respectively. I was an Omni, but then again, I actually have a heart. Sorry. Ah, crap. These things kind of suck. So, new abilities they have in this version. Palom has Bluff. That actually increases his magic casting power. It's basically the same as Focus that Vivi gets in FF9. See you around, Raskor. As we go along the neck here. If you don't get what I'm talking about, don't stress it. So he gets Bluff. And she gets Cry. Cry actually reduces the defense of enemies. If it lasts. See? It's actually surprisingly useful, believe it or not. I probably should Muad'Dib, actually, you're right. Given that this is the hard version, I'm probably going to get my ass handed to me if I don't. So let's get some Gil going and go do that. Let's go and show off Twin Cast while we're here. Assuming it'll last, which it won't. So let's talk about why it is that the Elder speaks so ill of darkness, given that we know that darkness isn't really something that's, you know, automatically... Hang on. No, that's not... Whatever, auto-battle. Given that we know darkness isn't inherently evil, isn't inherently corrupting, why is it, pray tell, that the Elder of Mysidia is... Oh, no, no, no. Am I gone again? You gotta be frelling kidding me. Oh my god, really? God, this is irritating. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare start crapping out on me again. Okay, looks like it's leveled out a bit. Oh my god, that's just getting beyond irritating. I actually switched servers. I don't know if that'll help or not, but god dang, that's just beyond irritating. Ugh. No, I do wanna... Wait, I literally don't have enough money? Really? Arsh is not happy right now, no. He's a little bit pissed. Wow, I have, like, got no money right now. Don't you understand, though, guys? People have to see League of Legends. and Twitch plays Pokemon. If they don't, the world might collapse, and we couldn't deal with that. Thanks, Solus. But that was kind of intentional, both on the behalf of FF9 and me. So, you know, nothing there. Yeah, FF4, especially on the DS version, you really don't have a lot of money in this game. You don't really need too much, but there are certain sections where you really do genuinely want to buy some upgrades, and you just can't. Let's get a save in here really quick. So as I was in the middle of discussing something kind of important, too. That's another thing that I was a little irritable about. I'm just going to start over. As I was saying... Oh crap, I forgot to heal. Some people have asked, why is it that the Elder back in Mysidia assumes that darkness is automatically evil, automatically bad, and will automatically lead to bad things? Well, it's funny that you asked that, because most people just kind of automatically assume that the reason behind that is because, you know, it's just the way he thinks. You know, he's just wrong, right? See, the thing is, that's actually not true at all. Because the reality of it is, I don't mean to spoil too much, but as we learn later, well, let's just say that Golbez and his father were actually born and raised in Mysidia. And Golbez, as a child, had a great deal of darkness within him. Now, that did not make him evil, but what it did make him is susceptible to certain things, which we'll talk about in a bit. And already have talked about a little bit. So, in other words, the Elder, and then of course certain events happened, which I don't want to spoil because you'll actually see them in the course of this, where Golbez basically had some really bad stuff happen as a result of him being dark, and the darkness within him causing those evil things to happen. In other words, if you're paying attention, the Elder was actually there when this happened, was actually present when this event occurred, and knows, or at least I should say knows, that darkness can lead to horrible, evil things. Oh no, don't tell me I didn't lose it again. Tell me I didn't lose it again. I'm going to